In honor of Mother's Day coming up, I'm doing a review of a new book, just came out. See if we can put, not too shiny, I hope. It's called The Three Mothers: How Mothers of Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X, and James Baldwin Shaped a Nation. So I wrote some things about it. The thing is that most biographies of these men do not do justice to their mothers. Big surprise. Let's see. Mostly this part of their life is misrepresented or just ignored. All three women, the mothers, were close in age, as were their sons. So that's Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and James Baldwin. They actually knew each other. All three women ended up having to bury their sons. With Martin and Malcolm's mothers, the added horror that their sons were murdered. All three had faced a lifetime of racial hatred and violence while trying to raise their children and keep them safe and alive. The author very successfully fleshes out portraits of these women, these mothers, as having their own ambitions and their own achievements. I would recommend it. I'll put the details in the chat. It's a good addition to our memory of these three men. So, Michael.
Yeah, so I want to say a couple of things. As I was thinking about this question of Mother's Day, it occurred to me that in the Christian tradition, which is not mine, Jesus is referred to himself as Son of Man. And I just think that's a misnomer. I think that to be human is to be the son or daughter of woman. And I think we need to recognize that. I think as a non-Christian, the most powerful Christian image to me is the Pietà, which is the mother of Jesus, with his holding her son. And I think that as parents who have lost a child, also, I think that that image is a very, very powerful one. We live in a world in which, unfortunately, many, many mothers are burying their children. And Maggie mentioned going to the Black Lives Matter protests, and they're continuing here in LA, and very often it's mothers speaking about sons and daughters lost to police violence, state terror. And I think that recognizing our common humanity in the fact that we are all born of woman is something vital. I was reminded by a friend also of Julia Ward Howe's call for a Mother's Day for Peace, and the origination of Mother's Day in the United States really from her efforts to unite women internationally against, I believe it was the Franco-Prussian War, another meaningless, pointless, bloody inter-imperialist rivalry. So I think that, the moment of Mother's Day is a day to rededicate ourselves to an understanding of the call for peace, the cry for peace, and the role of leading role of women in struggling for peace and justice and a better world. And so I think, on this particular day that we're looking at what's, going on in Colombia, and the question of torture, the question of violations of a commitment to peace, that, Mother's Day, which is celebrated internationally in many different countries, on dates in May is an important moment to reflect on that and bring it to life in our practice. Thank you.